Welcome to the on-call toolkit of resources. We are glad you could join us. This video will be about how to cook and treat food properly. At the end of the lesson, you will know more about food safety. The way of cooking and cleaning foods can have a big effect on the people who eat it. It is important to always make sure the right steps are taken to ensure food is clean before consumption. We have gathered a few guidelines in this lesson that will help you to understand what you need to do to make sure you do not poison yourself or others. Wash the food very well before consuming with fresh water. This is important with food that will not be cooked, as bad bacteria may still be present. Foods this relate to include fruit and vegetables. It is also important to rinse meats such as chicken before cooking. It is always better to be safe than sorry. Wash the utensils afterwards. It is important to wash them after cutting into fresh meats. This is because the meat has some bacteria that can be infected and transferred to other foods if not cleaned. We do not want chicken bacteria in our strawberries. Do not leave perishable foods or foods that are already cooked out of the fridge, since they can become contaminated easily. Make sure to let cooked food cool down before putting in the fridge. Make sure to avoid cooked foods coming into contact with others that are uncooked. This will avoid cross-contamination. It is extremely important to cook on surfaces that are clean and disinfected. In addition to this, clean all the equipment you will need to cook food. Bacteria thrives on unclean surfaces. Do not put cooked products in a container in which there has previously been raw meats. If you take raw meat out of a container, immediately clean the container before using it again. Properly cook foods such as meat, fish and eggs to avoid consuming parasites such as solitary in meat and anaescus in fish. Did you know that in the Victorian age, people used to eat rotten meat on purpose? Any idea why? It was because people knew that they would consume small worms. But why on earth would they want to eat worms? Well, you see, once inside of them, the worms would eat whatever food the person consumed. This meant that the person was guaranteed to lose weight. Luckily, today we have far better and, more importantly, far safer ways for people to lose a few kilos. It is important to wash your hands before cooking any food. This prevents any bacteria that you may have on your hands from coming into contact with food prior to cooking. Did you know that food is contaminated very easily? Do you do any of the techniques we described when it comes to cooking? These simple practices improve your health and that of those around you. Now that you know how to cook and treat food more adequately, you just need to put it into practice. Why not throw a food party for your friends? Congratulations! You just finished this lesson on how to treat food for better health. For more lessons, log on to the website www.oncall.eu.